There we go.
Okay.
No metronome. I forgot to shut it off that time.
Yes.
It runs by default.
Okay, now we do a weed check 1, weed check 2.
3.
It's doing good.
Yep, we got 3 of them.
See, I had to cough at least once in case I post something.
Yeah, you know.
So, Mr. Rob.
Yes.
So, you mind making a little extra money and stuff?
We're doing what?
I don't know. Have you ever taught a left-handed person how to play guitar?
That wouldn't be that hard. It's not really any different from playing it the way I do.
Well,
just the instruments are a
I
little different.
figured if I play left-handed and you play right-handed like you do, it'd be easier because our same hands would be right across from each other. I could follow you a lot easier if you were showing me something.
Yeah, I actually think that would work.
Or
Because if you
or hear me out on this.
Yeah, it would, because it'd be a complete mirror.
Hear me out on this. You could Jimi Hendrix it.
Well, that's how they're all set up, usually. That's actually why his were so unique. He couldn't find left-handed ones in his day. So he had to flip it upside down and reverse the strings.
Yeah.
I've seen a few underground metal guitarists, actually. I can't think of the name of the band, but he's a left-handed guitarist, does the same thing as Hendrix, but instead of flipping the strings like Hendrix did, he basically just takes it as normal right-handed 6-string guitar and flips it upside down. So instead of like the lowest strings being up near the ceiling, they're down near the floor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
There's a little bit of truth there. Hendrix didn't flip the strings.
No, I didn't think he did.
He went high to low just like a regular right.
Yep.
He just flipped the guitar.
Yep.
His strings were upside down. That's why he had such a unique sound. Oh, good call, Jimmy.
Alright.
Who's talking?
Oh,
That was my Uncle Derek.
Oh.
Yeah, you haven't met him yet.
Okay, because I knew there was another voice on here, because I was thinking, is Rob fucking around and he's throwing his voice or something?
No, that's my Uncle Derek. We're running the podcast from my home right now, folks, because, well, Shenanigans.
I haven't even opened the show.
No, we haven't. Actually, not formally. Just kind of got rolling. Well, kind of. Well,
So-
you're in the process of rolling.
Welcome to the Herbalist Podcast. Episode 3.
Yep.
Yeah. We are currently recording in our in Rob's new home studio.
Well, not really my new home studio. It's
The new old one.
yeah. Quite essentially. I've been doing this for a long time on my own as it is.
So, shop got raided. My boss, boss, partner, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He brought the weed there when I told him not to. So they raided us. So Upstate Herbal Accessories is no longer there.
Nope.
So that's fun. So no artist event on the 7th.
So that happened. All right.
Yep. Sure did. Yep. Everybody can fuck off, too. I told him not to bring the weed there. And he still did. So.
I just push buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff happens when you party naked, bro.
That too.
Yep. So there's that. I'm gonna be stuck paying a huge fucking fine. You know, it's my own fault. Trust the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can make a GoFundMe for me if you feel bad enough, but you know, fuck it. Just tax that. They always want their money.
There we go.
But, yeah. So, in the wild world of marijuana, they're closing down more sticker stores. Guess you could say Upstate Herbal. It wasn't exactly a fucking sticker store, but you know. Closed this down anyway. And then, I guess World Peace. They closed them down over in the Heights. Anybody here ever been to World Peace?
Nope.
No.
No, they were good people. They were, you know, not the best, but they were good people. It was a mom and pop shop, same as Best Buds over in the square. Older people too, believe it or not.
I
But
wanted
just to
on by
watch
there
out
earlier.
for all sticker shops, just to let you guys know, it ain't just happening here. I recently was on a vacation up by Rochester. They not only hit a bunch of there, but a little town right outside of there, they just closed down the one that they had there, and supposedly they weren't even selling marijuana out of it, but they said that some was seized out of there. So and they closed that place down. You know, I think it's mainly because all the people with the big money want to come in with the big corporation shops and stuff, and they want to charge so much. In the sticker shops, of course, we're not out making a killing or anything like that. They're out there, to help their brother smokers. These guys ain't. They're trying to get all your hard-earned cash and stuff and charge
Make
you
sure it's
more
regulated.
than what you would normally pay. My opinion. Sorry.
To run a mass spectrometer. They're checking for mold and other
Mold.
foreign contaminants. To be honest with you, that's what you guys pay for when you go to a dispensary. So, yeah. But I do want to bring to everybody's attention that, you only
I
have
am
to
actually
have...
wearing pants for a change. Or is that not what you're bringing to people's attention?
No.
Oh, damn.
So, you only have to have 3 samples tested out of a batch of flour. A batch of flour is a flour that you grow at the same time. So, say I harvest 50 pounds of flour, I only got to test 3 grams of it. You know what I mean? Like, in all reality. But, that's another complaint for another time. So, getting back to my homegrown. Got a couple of plants going. You know, legal amounts. Fuck you, New York State.
And I've seen them. They're looking real good, Frank.
Yes, they are.
You're doing
haven't
an
seen 'em in
excellent
a
job,
bit.
as usual.
There, I forgot that fucking boom arm can
There we go.
move. It's a
barely
movable
hitting
boom
that.
arm.
But we are rolling up, trying to persevere forward. You know, somber day. Seems like a lot of these are more.
I can't do bongs.
Seems like a lot of these are more sad than they are upbeat.
I don't know. I try to keep upbeat, and I'm usually the pessimistic one.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, every once in a while you gotta be serious. Trying to talk about weed should be happy. We should be laughing. Instead, we're talking about how the governor is backpedaling on everything that was set forth. That's a nice feeling, you know?
Oh, it's an election year. Imagine that. A politician backpedaling in an election year.
Is the governor's election this year? I don't think it
I
is.
don't think it is.
I think we do governor's elections every
But
6
they don't
years.
want to piss off whoever's going to be in the White House this year either.
I was gonna say, isn't it the presidential at least?
Yeah. It's the Trump election.
Yeah. Either we get another 4 years of let's go Trump, or finally, guys, we will finally have a female president by the looks of it, what they're saying.
I don't buy that. So, I honestly believe that Trump, the second that Biden dropped out of the race, Trump won.
Honestly, I think when he got half his ear shot off and he did that little power trip of his where he made sure he threw his fist up in the air, like, yeah, kind of stuff. I think,
I think that was set up
yeah, and I think,
by Trump's people.
but you figure it's going to get him the White House.
Yeah. Yeah, most likely.
Because let's be
American politics, the greatest show on earth.
serious. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. How'd we get on politics? Weed and politics
I don't know,
do not
but
go together, bro.
I now like that tag for our politics. The greatest show on earth.
That's it.
I don't know if it's the greatest show on earth, but it's sure one hell of a show.
I tell you what. You know why they call it party politics?
None of it's any fun, so who's having a party?
They are, because they're getting all our money.
Have you seen these bills and whatnot that they be putting forth? Somebody's behind closed doors knocking them back. Just going, yo, guys.
Hold my beer.
Yo, watch this shit. Yo, let's see if we can get this shit passed. Yo, we're gonna make it illegal to kiss a monkey on Saturday evenings when you've been eating ice cream. Watch this shit. Yo, I bet I get this passed.
You want to know what's funny? I bet you someone would get arrested for that exact thing because of it.
Well, you know what they say, right? Laws don't exist for no reason. Laws were born out of necessity.
Well, I mean, that seems like a very, very small niche kink anyway, so...
Well, it depends on if you're the president of the United States or not, you know. Can't they having the president get arrested for something? So we got.
No, I'm just kind of caught up on the fact that there might be a human being out there that's their regular routine, and someone just comes along and fucks it up on them. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Hey, so
They only ask for the one thing. Let them have that one thing. It's fucking weird, but let them have it.
So, guys, back to what I just said. Laws are made out of necessity, right?
Usually.
Did you know that it is legal? It is legal, perfectly 100% legal in more states to have sex with farm animals than it is to smoke marijuana.
Yep.
Yes.
Way to go, US of A.
And would you like to know the states that it's illegal to have sex with farm animals in? I don't know all of them.
I'm kind of intrigued.
All right, now let me tell you. Remember, laws are born out of necessity. So
Why do I have a feeling some of these are going to make sense and some of them I'm actually going to be surprised by?
Yeah, some of them you will be.
Oh, fuck balls.
So laws are born out of necessity, which means people in these states were fucking their farm animals.
And it may break some stereotypes. Hold on, folks. Let's find out.
We have Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi.
What? That it's illegal in, right?
That it's illegal in.
Okay, keep going.
Both of the Virginias.
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
New York. Connecticut. I think Vermont. There's a serious problem with people fucking their farm animals on the eastern seaboard.
I get it. Gets
Well, I don't
kinda
want to get in
cold and
trouble with
lonely,
nobody,
but-
so I got to go the opposite way and say, nah.
You must be from Bradford County, where the men are men and the sheep are scared.
I've been dead.
I've been a bad girl.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Moving on, that kind of derailed really quick.
Yeah, really.
And to our next subject.
Oh, what is our next subject?
Our next subject is fuck this stupid shit.
Oh, I was actually gonna mention my little retirement project I came up with earlier.
Ah, yes, Rob has a good retirement project.
Yeah, it's a theory textbook. Well, kind of like my
Oh.
theory textbook.
Oh, that retirement project.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
No,
about your
no.
other
Whoa.
book.
No, that one's staying under my hat. I ain't talking about that one because fuck, no one's stealing that idea. But no, it's a theory textbook because like over the last year of me getting this place and whatnot, I found a lot of my old notes and whatnot from like my early 20s leading up to now, and looking at my current course of study with everything, considering it's actually solidified, I got thinking, it's like, I'm in my 30s. If I wait till I'm about retirement age, that's another whole lifetime. And since it'll be focused study and applied study as well, I'm like, you know what? Why not write a book?
There you go.
Even if it's
There you
nothing
go.
more than like a nerdy theoretical manual about how some of the shit works and how I approach it, but
That could work.
No doubt.
especially with some of the fires I got in the iron right now.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
I'm
not
a music
entirely
nerd.
sure how to move forward with everything.
One step at a time.
I do want to see people's pictures of their plants, though. And of course, we're still in the market to trade, if you will. You give me some of yours, I give you some of mine. Share. Share is the word I believe
Let's
that we're
see
allowed to
what's
use.
today. Today is 22nd. All these episodes and all the social medias and whatnot should be set up by. Can we get to it tomorrow morning and have all this up by the afternoon on the 23rd,
We might be
which
able
is
to.
tomorrow?
We might be able to.
Okay, it shouldn't take too long. Honestly, I think just getting into your distro kit would probably take the longest.
Probably.
Oh, you're tired.
Because then we'd have an email address for these fine folks to send stuff to.
Yes. Yes. Send me pictures of your buds. I want to see your buds.
Not butts.
I want to see your buds.
Who knows, he might be into that too, so I guess we may have to
It
hire
depends.
someone to go go through those beforehand.
I don't know. It might be kind of fun.
Entertaining.
Damn, look at that butt.
Anyway, other subject matter, because that was short-winded and brief.
I hate to get you guys got way too
wear
quiet.
briefs.
Neither do I. On a good day, I don't wear anything.
I think Frank's getting
No,
old.
that's
It's
actually
taken
a
him
bad
a
day.
long time to take care of that.
I'm rolling a Dutch.
I got a bong back there, I just haven't started hitting yet.
I'm trying to smoke a Dutch, people. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get high. New York State is trying to ruin my life.
On a nerdy note, anime-related One Piece, I've seen a few more stills of the remake of the actual anime, and it looks fucking cool. And they also cast another character for season 2 of the live action. Kathy, I can't remember her last name, but she did the voice of Leela in Futurama. She's cast as one of the characters for season 2 of One Piece. She plays the character Dr. Kyrie. She is an old alcoholic, mean doctor.
Oh, my favorite kind.
I think she'd be perfect for the character, because wasn't she in Sons of Anarchy too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was in Married with Children, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's kind of already got that gruff kind of personality. That after watching that in the anime, yeah, she'd be perfect for that character. That means I'm gonna have to catch up when that season comes out because I haven't watched the first one yet.
Yeah.
I've been waiting though because again, that's season 2 is when they bring Chopper in, and that's almost all the crew at that point.
Yeah.
All but 2 of them.
All right. Well,
Nerd moment over.
we are.
When are they gonna give us a live action Dragon Ball? God damn it!
They already did.
No, I mean a good live. I don't. That's not a fucking live action Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. Evolution is garbage.
We here in the Dragon Ball fandom choose to.
We don't count that.
It doesn't exist.
Some of us do count it though, but I sure as fuck don't.
It was terrible.
Why can't we get a live action Dragon Ball? Got One Piece finally. They did Rurouni Kenshin at one point.
We got fucking Avatar.
Yeah. Fuck, they did Death Note with Willem Dafoe in it, for Christ's sake. Why can't we have goddamn Dragon Ball?
Oh my god, I seen this Japanese girl earlier. She went to get her book signed at a book signing, right? She kind of just opened the book and put it in front of this guy, right? And he signed it and drew a little caricature in it. And then he closed the book and it said Death Note across it. I was dead. The look he gave, it was...
No, I know PJ doesn't watch anime, so Death Note in the series, it follows it's based off some Japanese mythology, obviously. It's based around their death gods, the Shinigami. Now, in the lore of that show, they carry around these notebooks. They were called Death Notes. And in it, when the demon would write someone's name down, they would also give a description on how they died. And that's exactly how, when, where, everything the person would die. And it just so happens to find itself in the hands of a human during the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hence why the guy gave her a funny look when he realized it was a death note. He signed his name in.
All right. Sorry, now it makes sense. In case you guys ain't figured it out, I'm old.
PJ is not that old. Well, let's just say he's not. Okay.
I'm
If you
older
wanna
than that
know-
tree, but I'm younger than that mountain.
Well, I was just going to say, if you wanted to know what Jesus was like, I'd ask PJ.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That's kind of mean. He's not that old.
You're right. Maybe his grandchildren.
I mean, he's older than us, but I can't reckon I don't count him as old.
His children
Well,
are our age.
I'm from the last century, so
So are we.
Yeah.
oh, that's right. You're the age of my children. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting that. Okay, that
Yeah.
tells how old I am. There you go.
I'm sorry. I still look like I'm young, but no.
Rob's older than I am.
Alas.
It's weird being the youngest person in the room.
Middle age is creeping up quickly. Bum, bum, ba-da.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were waiting to hold that for a minute and you were going to finish that statement.
Hey, but at least the funny part is everyone I've been running into recently that hasn't seen me in at least 8 or 9 years has told me I have not aged a single fucking day. So, I will take that as a win.
Well, see, that's the whole thing I thought Frank was going to say when he says it's hard to be the youngest person in the room. I thought he was going to finish it off and saying, look like I'm the oldest. So, I mean, It's sad when people see me and him together and say, hey, PJ, is that your older brother?
They do not say that. They think I'm his handicapped son.
Right. He ain't lying.
Is there a story there? I feel like there's a story there.
PJ, would you like to tell a story? Because this is your story. I always steal it from you.
I am intrigued. Please,
It was your
enlighten me.
sister, I believe.
Well, it's like me and Frank, we hang out a lot. So over the last few years, so when he'd go and help his mom out by going and doing the lawn work, I would go over with him.
Yeah.
And I'd walk it back and forth with him, and we'd be smoking and talking, and started realizing people are staring at us. And I said, I look like an old decrepit old man with my handicapped son out there making sure that he mows the lawn straight. So
Oh, no, I was talking about the other one from when you were younger. What you did to your sister
which one?
when you were in the store.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I started dating a woman half my age, and my sister, being the older sister, she's trying to talk to me, so she takes me to public areas so I don't make a scene.
Yeah.
And she says, she kept telling me, well, I don't see what you see in her, but, you know, you must see something. I said, you know what I see in her, sis? I said, I like the way she bends her body and she lets me choke her, okay? And I thought my sister was going to have a coronary right in the middle of the Dollar Tree. So I had to tell her, I'm joking. Breathe, breathe.
Oh, see, I was talking about a different story.
Uh-oh.
Well, now, we're full of stories tonight, guys. No, I was
Buckle
talking
up.
about...
This is gonna get interesting, folks.
I was
Smoke 'em
talking
if you
about
got
the
'em.
one. I was talking about the one where you're in the
I'm
store.
gonna be dead by the time
and
this is over.
You told me you were embarrassing your sister, and she was trying to act like she didn't know you, so you started acting retarded and loud.
Oh, yeah. She tried to ignore me, so I don't mean this offensively, what I'm about to say, so guys don't be hollering at these boys and stuff. But back in our day, we used to just say, all right, acting like I got a handicap. We'll put it that way. And I started talking real funny, and I hooked my arm in my sister's, and that was acting like I didn't have something happened to my brain years ago. And I was saying, this is my sister, people take me home. So people started staring at her. My sister gets real red, but yeah.
Start yelling, "You won't take me home." Did you just ash in my bowl?
No. I did not. They're still there.
Oh boy.
I was about to.
Oh fuck me running.
That is the weed. That is not the ashtray. The ashtray's over there. This
Jesus
motherfucker's
Christ.
trying to ash in my bowl, people. That is a smackable offense where I'm from.
It's punishable by death in some countries.
Rob, you just made me laugh with that one.
Which one?
The fuck me running.
Oh, jeez. Yo, funny story about that. The only reason I use that as a phrase is what is it? On Megadeth's album Hidden Treasures, when they do, I think it's on Hidden Treasures, but they do a cover of Paranoid. And if you listen to the album version of it, you can hear it at the end. The drummer keeps kind of going, and you hear Dave pop on the microphone, and he's yelling at him. And then if you listen really quickly before the track ends, you can hear in the microphones the drummer going, "Fuck me running," and it cuts.
Yeah.
So I use that just because it reminds me of that.
You
Well,
know,
see-
you know where I got it from?
Or
The Dukes of Hazzard movie, the one with Sean William Scott.
Oh,
and
that
fucking-
one.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's where the age comes in to help you guys out. When you're just nothing seems to be working, you would sit there and you
Right,
say,
right.
well, fuck me running. Fuck me running through
Cornfield.
woods. Fuck me running riding a blind horse through the fucking woods. So just to emphasize how bad of a day you were getting, and it was very popular.
Yo, could you,
you know
back
what
up?
I'd want to know is the old adage, "Fuck you and the horse you rode in on." It's like, okay, I understand why fuck me, but what's the horse got to do with anything?
That must be one of them states where it's legal.
And we've come back full circle, folks.
It wasn't a perfect circle.
Oh, God, no, it was oblong.
That's what she said.
It was a really, really funny shaped oval.
Should probably go to the doctor.
No, the doctor said I got to work on it more so I can color in the lines better.
But now, see, when someone says "fuck you" and the horse you rode in on, they ain't meaning it serious unless they're carrying at least a step ladder with them.
Unless it's Steve.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he probably could reach that tall mother.
He wouldn't even have to get on his tippy toes. Steve, I finally found a girl for you. She's just the right height. She doesn't backtalk either.
Safe word, nay.
Give her a carrot, she'll do anything.
Right.
Salt lick. Go for a quick jog beforehand, bud. There you go, salt lick.
Wow. One time, what is it when you say hypothetically? There you go, hypothetically.
A hypothetical.
We ought to think about talking to Steve one night, get him good and fucked up, and we'll go talk about cow tipping. Not that we would do something so horrible and juvenile.
Never. Never.
You know what would
when
be
are we
better?
doing this?
You know what would be better?
What?
You know those fainting goats?
Oh, yes.
Yo, can we get a hold of some of those firecrackers? I want to see them all go down at once.
That would be fucking great. I know the ones you're talking about, too.
PJ, you know what I'm talking about? Those goats, you scare them and they just like die.
They freeze
Yeah.
up.
And then they get back up. Could you imagine going up like on a whole field of them and just lighting off one of those firecrackers and just watch them all fall?
Right.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
I would need a recording. I wonder if they would fall like dominoes or if they would just all fall at the same time.
I don't know. I'd need 2 recordings of it. One to watch the goats and one for your instant reaction to it. I think that might be funnier than watching the goats.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, with
People,
our
if
luck.
you have fainting goats, let me know where you're at. I won't do anything, I swear.
He'd pay the rest of us to do it.
Hey, recording is not doing anything, right?
Yeah, right.
You're in the right
innocent.
place, right time. You just kind of happen to be pointing your camera in that direction and Shenanigans are going off. So, I mean,
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Huh. Think about the programs that America's Funniest Videos. Come on.
yeah.
Think about the children.
Why?
Or, I mean, don't. That's what Jared from Subway did.
No, he thought about the children.
That's what I'm saying.
He thought about it.
Hey,
That's all he
we're
thought
talking about goats. Say it right. You're thinking
Kids.
about the kids.
You know what I mean?
That's a dad joke.
Your lighter's right there, bro. I don't know what I did.
Alrighty.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Which time?
We weren't talking about anything.
That's the point.
Oh, okay.
Anything new and exciting else going on?
Does anybody have anything to add?
Add to what?
I need to smoke more weed.
Or in the process of that.
We're smoking the weed. Oh, it just turned into budding season. Outdoors.
Yeah.
Everything should be entering the buds.
Matter of fact, we were just talking about something outside as we
Yeah,
were
it's going to
coming
be getting
in.
back up into the 80s and stuff this upcoming week.
Yeah,
You
but
were
the
having
lighting schedule, we're at 13 hours of light right now.
Budding cycle.
Yeah, well, so if it gets under 14, it starts to trigger it. You know what I'm saying?
What is it got to be an even 12 and 12 or?
It doesn't have to be. That kind of works optimally. But if it gets under 14 hours worth of light, it starts to trigger the budding cycle. So everybody's plants just hit bud because it's been 13 hours. Actually, I think there's only 12 hours of light. It's like 12 and a half.
Well, you're talking about this stuff. Talk about that moon that's going on.
Oh, yeah. Super moon night.
Oh, is that what's been going on?
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you already quote unquote missed it because the full moon has already passed and it's.
Well, we've
getting
seen it the
smaller.
last couple nights, and
Right. But that's what I was saying. You kind of missed it, but if you go out there right now, you still fucking see it.
Yeah, it was
You know what I'm saying?
the
It's just
20th,
not-
wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It's just not like full. You know what I mean? It's almost full. But if you go outside, so I actually looked it up, PJ. You were wrong. The moon's been coming up around 9:30 this week. I looked it up. So.
Well, I seen the Weather Channel, and they said it would be visible in New York at 2:30 p.m., which I don't know if you younger generations it's changed when p.m. is, but that was always
It's
2
still
in
the
the
same.
afternoon, right? So we were it was supposed to be visible in the sky at 2:30 in the afternoon. And of course, I had other things going on.
See,
A couple
'cause-
of people I know of.
So that's from today.
Oh, okay.
The moon came up tonight.
We're looking at a
9:33.
weather app, guys. Sorry.
This is actually
this
the Weather
is-
Channel.
this is random. But have you seen one of the newest conspiracy theories that I just saw
What?
about the ice wall?
No.
That the Earth isn't. It's
What?
okay. That the Earth isn't actually flat anymore. It's bigger than we thought. So apparently, there's an ice wall where Antarctica is. Right, covers everything. And if you get past that point, there's other continents hidden behind that. So the Earth is bigger. It's just chunks are closed off by giant ice walls.
Oh, so.
So where
you,
are these ice walls? I've never seen one. Nobody's ever photographed one.
There's a lot
You
of
never
holes
seen
that
Game
can
of
be
Thrones?
poked in it.
Come on, bro. You never seen the ice wall?
Yeah, that was built on a Hollywood set.
Yeah, no, it's just a new conspiracy theory. I think it's kind of cool because it's kind of brings up interesting creative ideas, but nothing really realistic.
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe
I mean,
we should
something
go
like
look.
that we could use for our project.
There you go.
We could have a planet exactly like that.
So can I ask you guys a question?
No.
Is the Earth flat or round?
Round.
All except for Florida. It's flatter than the mother.
It's the way our perception works, because it is spherical, but it's also on such a grand scale compared to us that we don't notice it. And now, there is physics to it, because gravity even applies to our vision. Yes, it even applies to our vision. And periscopes are actually good proof of it, because when you see that far out at sea, your vision actually dips along with it because of the pull of gravity on it.
Makes
It's
sense.
the pull of the light.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember it, but there was a term I learned recently too that's something that's actually faster than the speed of light. I can't remember what the fuck it was now.
Nobody knows.
No, it was an actual thing. I just can't fucking remember.
Quantum entanglement?
No, not quite.
Cannabis entanglement?
That is definitely slower than the speed of light.
It's slower than the speed of snails and sometimes.
That's saying something. At least it's not tectonic plate movement.
Now, are we
That's what we're
talking
getting
about
into
the
deep dive.
actual act, or are we actually talking about the feeling of it? Because I'll tell you what, I had the law behind me a couple of times, and I thought I was running faster than the speed of sound and light.
Yeah.
I'm fast, boy.
And
So,
for some reason, I was seeing colors.
so who's the most overpowered
Red,
superhero?
white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Ooh, how patriotic.
Overpowered.
Who's the most overpowered superhero ever?
I don't know.
You really don't?
No. I guess that really all depends because they're really at the mercy of the writers.
The Flash.
The Flash is overpowered.
Actually, Deadpool. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Not only does he take down the entirety of the Marvel Universe, but being that he is one of the few characters that can break the fourth wall and see reality for what it is, he finds a way out of the comic world and kills all the writers.
Oh, wow.
Deadpool.
Flash can retcon anything.
True. Again, so can Deadpool.
So,
It's kind of fucky.
The only way I
So-
can get in this conversation is I can tell you I just watched that Deadpool Wolverine movie.
I still haven't seen the second one yet.
so the Flash can beat Darkseid.
He can essentially, like, jump the multiverses, can he, because of his speed?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So,
Because aren't a couple of his villains actually evil offshoots that he accidentally created?
yeah, but like, the Flash is
He's
more
quick
than
boy.
just fast, alright? He can control the speed of the molecules in his body,
That's nutty.
right? So, he can hit you with a punch. It's just a regular punch,
Excuse me.
right?
Sorry about that. That
But he
wasn't
can
ladylike.
make the molecules in his hand move at such a speed that he hits you with a fist with infinite weight. It's actually been seen in the comics to knock Darkseid out in one punch.
We're still talking about the Flash, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Darkseid, the guy that, Superman had trouble taking down.
I'm sorry to try to take any time up on your podcast for this question, but
People are going to hate me for this one, but it's basically the Thanos of the DC universe.
I gotta ask, seeing that there's two people that seem to know a lot. Okay.
Where are they?
What about Daredevil, at least? Catch that. I just jerked it a little bit. What can't Flash vibrate through?
What's that have to do with Daredevil?
No, Flash.
I heard something about Daredevil.
All right.
Maybe
When I was a kid, there was this comic book, and it was Flash was going to get in a race, a foot race, with Superman. And while they were racing to stop the Flash, they put a big sheet of glass across the road because for some reason he can't vibrate through actual glass.
that seems kind of like a plot hole. I mean, if he's vibrating that fast, he would probably shatter the glass before actually even touching it, just because of friction. So I don't think glass would stop him.
But that's what I mean. Since I was a kid and got into comic books, collecting them and stuff like that, well, I grew up and I had to stop doing them kind of things. You have to raise a family. Now, all these years later, I get a chance to sit down and watch my favorite characters from a comic book actually moving on television.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Yes.
I fucking love it.
Guys, believe it or not, I might be old, but I am at the greatest age because everything that you guys use for daily things, I've watched come into effect. Cell phones, I mean, I'm one of them ones. I've actually used one of the phones that you had to crank up on the side and talk in the mic, and the operator would ask you a number to connect you to.
Wow.
But now, the telephones, my God, think about it.
Telephones are fucking supercomputers anymore.
And if any of you
Yeah.
have ever studied history about the phones and stuff, the very first mobile phones you basically kept in your trunk because they were in a big old bag.
It was a suitcase.
And now these things, they're small enough to be in the palm of your hand.
Hey, can I ask you about the weed?
What about it?
About the weed back then to compared to now.
Yeah, how's the weed changed over the years?
Guys, I will tell you, I brag about the weed that I smoked back in the day, especially stuff that come from Vietnam. But the intensity that it is nowadays in you guys' generation, I'll tell you what, for my day, it blows anything we had away.
So is it more like nowadays just being able to say that as like a mark of pride? Being like, yeah, I started smoking it when we started really getting it in like the Vietnam era. And also opposed to now in a lot of places it's either legalized or extremely decriminalized.
Well, seeing I didn't pop out my age, I will tell you guys a little bit more. I've smoked back in the 70s. So
That
I've
was just a shot in the dark. That was my bad. I didn't mean to touch a nerve.
So let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Is it that the weed is stronger, or is it just that it's easier to find stronger weed?
I think it's because we've had it so long, we've been able to cultivate it more.
Well, you think about it. Back in my day, every freaking weed that's out there, we had 3 different versions. Well, 4 if you count homegrown. All right, the next one up, they would either call it dirt weed or they just tell you it come from Mexico because it's brown. That's why they called it dirt weed. Anything else, basically, they called scents. If it tasted like a skunk, they called it scents. Because
okay, like
for
skunk weed and shit like that.
you know, coming from Sense of Mill.
Okay.
And nowadays, I taste so many different weeds that has that taste,
Quick question.
but they come from everywhere.
Quick question. Sesamelia,
Yeah.
what does it mean?
I've always figured it was from where it was from.
It's a Spanish word. It actually means something. And it's the reason why the weed was so good.
I know, habla.
It actually means seedless.
Oh, okay.
When they started growing seedless weed is when they realized, oh, hey, if you grow weed without seeds, it's way fucking better.
Yeah.
And then they literally called it Sesamelia. Seedless.
Oh, you were doing conspiracy theory a little while ago. You guys ready for this?
Okay.
All my life I've had to de-seed my weed, my bags of weed, get all the seeds out. Now, in, let's see, the early 2000s, all of a sudden, I found a guy that had he told me the only thing I had to do was bring one seed back. If I found a seed in one of my bags, bring it back and he'd give me $100. Because his bags have no seeds, and it's the first time I ever come across it. Now, it's hard to find a bag of weed with seeds in it.
It is.
All right, since this happened, all of a sudden, weed's starting to get legal in more states, and they're putting up all these, what's the word for these big stores? Dispensaries?
Dispensaries.
All right.
Fuck
So, a lot of us old people are starting to think that's how we started getting our weed seeds, is from our bags, and we plant them. If we like the weed, you plant the seed.
Yeah,
All right.
obviously.
Now, how are you going to plant a seed if you don't get no seeds in your weed? Oh, now we got to order seeds. And
They're feminized, so you won't get any other seeds.
yeah, but
You can
now
clone.
I know me and Frank can speak from experience. We kind of studied the situation about it, and we do know that some of the seeds that you actually can order ain't what they say they are.
No. No, you got to be careful with that.
Buyer beware.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But now the intensity of weed. Now I had to get some of the greatest stuff known to man back in my time, and it comes out of Hawaii. And it just so happened I had an uncle that worked there, and he moved back into the regular states and was staying with us. So while him and my parents were out of the house, me and my brother kind of helped ourselves to a little bit of his. And we were on the floor sitting on a shag carpeting, and one of us dropped the joint.
Oh.
And we were so stoned that we couldn't move. The only thing we could do is watch it burn down into the carpet. We heard our parents and our uncle coming back in the house, and we said, oh God, they're home. And the only thing we could do there was sit and let them come in and catch us. And we just said, fuck it. But now, some of the stuff, well, matter of fact, Frank, before you even started regularly growing like you have been for so many years, we know that we used to have to go pick it up, and some of the stuff that you would get from friends of yours and stuff would waylay me. I've had some of this stuff nowadays to where I sit on a couch staring at a TV and wish somebody would turn the damn thing on because I can't.
My bad. I grow good pot.
And I'm sorry if we're not supposed to do promos on this or anything, but I will tell you, if you guys ever get a chance to get anything with the markings treats on it, definitely be careful. I was stupid and ended up sleeping for something like, I don't know, it was something like 14, 15 hours, and I thought I took a 2-hour nap.
I think Frank told me about that.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it brownie or was it chocolate bar?
No,
He
it
just
was.
no.
It was a Rice Krispie treat bar, like a cereal bar. So it was a peanut butter. It was a peanut butter crunch bar, cereal bar dipped in chocolate.
Ooh.
And so PJ, I handed it to him, and I said, "If you're gonna eat that," and he bit it, and I said, "You gotta eat the whole thing."
He says, you got to eat the whole thing. Well, I took it that he made a weak batch, you know. So I said, oh, okay, because he always told me, you know, dude, just take a couple bites. With you, just take a couple bites, wait for a while, and I mean at least 45 minutes.
We were in the car, and it was like 85 degrees. I had the AC on, and I had him tuck it up next to the AC.
So we had no way of putting it away to get it cold again.
Yeah, you definitely had to just eat it.
He bit it, and I said, you gotta eat that, or it's just gonna go bad.
So I was like, okay, I'll eat it, and I ate it, and I mean, let's be serious. I'm a stoner. We were already smoking, and you hand me a sweet treat. It's gone.
Yeah.
All right, and
how long did you make it before you started falling asleep?
I started giggling like this after he ate it, and he started going, what?
Not long.
Oh man, no. He got me home and I barely made it in my backyard, and this woman that everybody was having a picnic in my backyard, and I was out. I had to go lay down. And now I don't
His neighbor.
Yeah. I grabbed this woman by the back of the hair, and told her I had to go take a nap,
Excuse me,
babe, and I slapped a lip lock on her, and I went upstairs and took a nap. Now,
His
these
neighbor.
people had to bring it up a few times, and I started kind of remembering doing something like that. And but every one of them, I've already let them sample some of Treat's treats, so they kind of understood.
Okay.
He was a little fucked up that day.
Yeah, it was
Just a little.
just a touch.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes it was. So remember.
Oh, but the best part about it was the girl I kissed. I did it in front of her mother, and thank God I slept through the time that she went back out of state home, because I don't think I could have faced her mother. Cause
Oh boy.
yeah, it was interesting.
Fucking shenanigans, bud.
So I tell Frank to keep them crunch bars away from me, but by
Fair
God,
enough.
you do some Reese cups or some chocolate bars, and
Buyer
yeah.
beware.
Yeah.
Kinda almost bad as Viagra.
Oh, and let me tell you, his cookies go great in milk too.
Yeah, they do.
Good cookie.
I always like the peanut butter ones.
Yeah.
Those were good. Well, I'm a sucker for anything peanut butter, but
Yes.
peanut
Well,
butter ones you don't really taste any of the other stuff in,
yeah.
so it goes down easier.
Yeah, you can always get a hold of me.
And folks, if you like a hot cup of tea,
Find me on Facebook.
talk to Mr. Treat and ask him about his honey.
Or the sugar.
Yeah, or the sugar. Yeah, the sugar's good in coffee.
Or tea if you like a hot sweet tea.
Oh, yeah. Or if you like a regular sweet tea.
No.
You tried that?
You can't put the sugar in anything cold. It doesn't dissolve correctly.
No, you put it in it when you
No.
boil your tea.
No.
Oh, it clumps back up once it gets cold?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a good thing to put out there.
Well, it's got to be a hot drink so that it melts.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, because I've tried the honey and coffee, and I've actually
Talking
got a
about the
chance to
actual
try it in a
infusion.
cup of tea.
So believe it or not, if you put it in a hot drink, once it melts, the infusion will be melted and it will be in the drink. So it'll actually disconnect from the sugar.
Ah.
And it'll just be in the drink itself. So if you let the drink get cold, it will clump back together in the cold drink, and you'll just be drinking basic clumps of infusion, dabs, concentrate. It's gonna be nasty.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink that, people.
Don't
like
feel
that.
bad about that little cough, dude. It made me want to cough, but just a touch. You talk about clumps of that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. What are we sitting at for today's episode?
Huh? Right about an hour, actually. Sorry, I was analyzing one of my picks.
We've been talking about bullshit for an hour, people.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Got a couple of dead spots to cut out.
Not too bad, though.
You know, like on my hairline.
Jesus Christ.
I've definitely got a hairline fracture. I'm hiding it under my hat. It's definitely a broken hairline.
Don't feel bad, dude. I actually got a shot at the top of my head and realized how thin my hair is getting up there.
I'm going bald.
And the saddest part is my son. His hair is worse than mine.
I still got mine.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna call it. I've got to go.
What are we gonna call it?
A night.
A night. Oh, okay.
I've got to go 10 plants. You know.
I gotta tear all this shit down.
Yeah. I've got to go tend my plants. You know, I've got to water them. I've got to prune them, make sure they're good.
And smoke them. I mean,
Oh, that'll be a couple months from now when they're done.
When you're cured and ready.
Yes. We'll talk about curing another day.
yeah.
That step that I'm always supposed to do and I always skip. Fuck you, man. What you want me to pay for weed while I got weed sitting there?
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, patience.
And hey, if anybody ever tells somebody out there, go ahead and put your weed in a paper bag and put it in a microwave, dry it out quicker. Don't do
that.
it.
Don't do that. It's just dumb. If you're that desperate, just go buy a bag of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Alright, people. Well, we're going to smoke this blunt. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks for the visit, guys.
Absolutely. Bye.